What's on the track? You on the track.
making fettuccine pasta meals. Cause everything I do huge like a roster kill. Ill. Trick I on Hotel Rwanda. And Sean Diddy Combs is my auntie Yolanda. I'm all about my commas and drama. Come out the llama and beat it. Hannah Palmer, Geronimo, Proud Obama. I am Madonna, Chandelier, me Walt Disney, Martin Louis, the Dream, Steve Jobs, Bobby, and Whitney. Praise issue, Allah, the king, how high is he? False literatures, the history's dead pygmies. Truth is my mama and her mama had a baby. Now they in trouble cause somebody gotta pay me. Up to my chin and they rebel, that's why they calling me crazy. I got a friend who I love, I married her, and that's my lady. Ma, don't be mad trying to feel me, I know your secrets. For me, I'ma laugh, do we laugh cause I can't believe this. Ain't nobody thinking about me. They been raping and pimping on my entire family. I'm about to set up as John F. Kennedy getting loose. Cause I see Tommy Chong, but we can't find shit. Yes, I still hit the bone, though it's wrong. I'm a beast. I get ill, yet I'm strong, cause inside lies the beast. I ain't sorry, ain't got a peep out on your neurology. Everybody proud of me, Satan can't find a way to swallow me. My demons follow me, Illuminati trying to bottle me. Stop trying to holler me and get the people who they wanna see. They calling me the new millennium rock king. Times pop, better than Jigga. Word, my type of nigga. It's obviously safe to say I'm the pick of the litter. My abominable family trying to make me a critter. Everybody wanna rape my nerves. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers, none of you make me nervous. If you hire me, I do my job and do it perfect. I ain't tripping on none of these bitches because I'm worth it. Yeah, trip. The helicopter come with security, holding choppers, land, hop off the plane, get inside the mouth with you blocker. When you speak up on my name, I just pray that you do it proper. Best lyricist in the game, probably right next to Biggie Papa. Look at you and look at me, little nigga. You what it do, I'm what it be, little nigga. Till my shoe from my knee, little nigga. I'll air out all your loved ones I see, little nigga. Nah, I ain't fucking with you till I think you get the picture. Spending grands on bitches and a million on switches. Ain't shit sweet. Everybody thinking like delicious. Making ends me fight, trying to make it out the trenches. Assalamu alaikum, thank God for the fix. Plotting real big play, gotta watch for the snakes. Driving, waking up late, drip, sweat with my heart throbbing. New Batman, made back, tripping, thread mobbing. This young man, he play 10, probably end up fucking up Beyonce friends. Fuck them so good, they gon' have to make it a trend. Fucking on the golf course and fucking in the band. Me, I go like me, highs grow. Ain't a nigga in the globe that can be my host. Get a nigga to the bone, make it be my role. Chris Rock, Gusto, bitch, CB4. I'm sick of all the bullshit, put me on the pulpit. Get up on your ass, hit you hard like a mule kick. Peanut butter outside, inside, cool with. Way more talent than you niggas know what you do with.
Okay. How y'all doing, man? Hope y'all doing good. It is Saturday, so it's time to chill out with the God.
Come and have a good time with G.O.D.
Cause we here. I am one half of He Said, She Said, Love and Abundance. I am Mr.HeSaiD. And I come to you on Saturdays with something a little cerebral. Today's going to be a little more relaxed. We just going to chill out and reflect on some Facebook group activity. We got a lot of activity in our group page. Shout out to the group page. Appreciate y'all for always pulling up and bringing through information. And today we're going to reflect on a little bit of it. Let's go ahead and get to the pleasantries because I see some amazing content creators in the building. So let's go ahead and get to it. Shout out to the moderation gang. I see the missus is in the building. What up, cuteness? What's good with you? She said, let's go. You all ready? Getting my levels right, getting everything together. Sarah is in the building. Hey, sis. How you doing? Dory is in the building. I see y'all pulling in. Lost in Translation podcast. Amazing work you doing out here, man. Hosted a show the other night. Great information with some great gentlemen. Appreciate y'all. Take heed to the message. Hello, my sister. Great message this morning. Great show as usual. We appreciate you and the support that you give to us and the platform. We look forward to your cup of coffee every morning. So keep doing what you do. I believe you crossing, 22K. I'm so sorry. 22K. Well deserved. We appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. Shout out to all the lionesses that's out there waving their flag. Shout out to Breeze Omega checking in. Peace to you. on the pull up. Hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday. Hope y'all hear me good, see me well. Got the digital backgrounds. I might take that off, feel a little weird, feel a little naked. But yeah, I like that intro. That song resonates a lot with me. Shout out to my guy Orlando Brown. That's so Raven. Yeah, he a little off his rocker, but ain't we all? Yeah, that is a fire intro. More fire, more fire, more fire, more fire, more fire. Everybody want to rape my nerves. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. None of you make me nervous. If you hire me, I do my job and do it perfect. I ain't scared of none of you niggas because I'm worth it. The helicopter come with security holding choppers getting knocked as soon as I step off the plane out with Chewbacca. When you speak up on my name, I just pray that you do it, Papa. Look at you and look at me, little nigga. You what it do, I'm what it be, little nigga. Teach Peace. Shout out to T-shirts by Nikki for the Dripski. Peace. Salam to my brother Von Eric on the check-in. Peace to you. He would agree with this message. Teach peace. And we're going to talk about it today, man. Like I said, I got some Facebook group activity I want you guys to check out with me. Sarah got some things up in there. Like Bree said, hey, Sarah. Yep, Sarah put something in there that was very interesting. We're going to touch on it. Want to know what you guys think. I got some interesting videos and clips about some things that I've been hearing over the internet airwaves this week. Very interesting. A lot of talks about standards and integrity. I believe they're making their way back. I believe you might want to check around. 4 out of 5 dentists agree. The 5th dentist is probably in the chat somewhere. You guys let me know. So we're going to get to it, man. How was y'all week? Everybody enjoying their weekend? It's warming up. It's warming up here. 40, 50 degrees or so. And we're looking at some record temperatures next week. So we're looking forward to that. You guys see that handsome devil back there looking like Dr. Strange? That is me. Shout out to the missus. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes for always inspiring to be, digitally creative. But today is Facebook group activity watch, y'all. You guys are like my, investigators, my partners. We like detectives. We got to detect. And like I said, it was a lot of things in the group this week that was worth seeing. And I want you guys to take a look at a couple of the things. And I believe first up is Sarah. Bam. First up is Sarah. Sarah said, what's y'all thoughts? And what are y'all thoughts? Let's make that a little bit bigger. Sarah said, thoughts? The show Good Times. The show Villain? The actual villain. I know what you're saying. Why would Sarah ask for thoughts on that? It's a good question. And I'm going to tell you. So let's start right here. Miss Florida Evans. She told Michael Jesus wasn't black. She caped for George Washington. She kicked JJ out the house for paying the rent with money he got from betting on a horse race. She turned down $5,000 to do a tonic commercial. She told James not to tour with Reverend Sam. She made James turn in $27,000 in money he found in a trash bag on the street.
You got to stop getting upset with hearing the truth. Go work on your game. Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
She turned down cousin Raymond's offer to move the family into a condo overlooking Lakeview Drive. She made James turn down a job offer because she didn't want to be alone. And then she moved to Arizona with her new husband and left her children to rot in the ghetto for a whole year. What you guys think? Mrs. sitting next to me, she said, damn. It's in the chat too. Jesus Christ.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Let's see what everybody thinks, man. Florida never wanted to come up. Florida. Jesus Christ. He said, not the mama. Not the mama. Y'all know how I go over here. What's going on, mama? What are you doing? Gee whiz, Florida. Yeah, Florida was the villain. Yeah, that what goes on the group page. That was a dope entry, Sarah. Got me to thinking. I can't unprove any of it. I can't improve any of it. I don't. Let me see. Kick JJ out. Tonic water. Lakeview Drive. Yeah. Yeah. All of it. Yeah. I can attest to all of it. I've seen those episodes. Okay. Moving right along. What you guys think about this one? This came from me. Shout out to me. Corey Holcomb faces backlash after harshly criticizing his daughter following a recent rant. That bitch was brought up in a generation where there is no honor. God damn. Did you guys hear about this one? Corey Holcomb is under fire. Being whitewashed. Quincy on the check-in. What up, Quince? Hope all is well, man. Hope you enjoying your Saturday. And hope you're ready to chop it up, get a little messy. Because we got a few things on the Facebook group page. We're doing a Facebook group page activity watch today. Checking out the activity on this Facebook group page. They wild over there. You got to monitor their activity over there. It's something else. We got a couple of dope videos, man. Been hearing some interesting things this week in the YouTube streets. You as well, probably, Brother Quincy. You know, integrity's coming back, standards coming back. The young men don't have them. The young ladies don't have them. And we just want to, let you know how we build over here, because we've always been the same since day one. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We wave our flag on the nation, on 5% of the population being conscious enough to do the right thing. And you have to wake the other 85% of the people up. I'm not sure if they, got those lessons. I'm not sure if they study like that. They may take it as an insult, the missus just said. And that's true. They do take it as an insult, but it's not. It's organic. It's, from the heart. It's truthful. And this is what we were made from. This is the cloth we were cut from. We always let you know that New York City is a particular place. It lets you know where you stand immediately, and it's usually not on the favorable end. I'm gonna play a clip from Cam that I got in here. I believe I got it in here. You guys let me know what y'all think about Corey Holcomb. I'm gonna play this clip from Cameron. Where is it? I don't have it. I might have to go get it. What y'all think about Corey Holcomb? Let's dive into Corey Holcomb while I go and get that Cameron clip. So let's click on that. Okay. set up. I got y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, let's do it. Let's share this screen. Shout out to everybody pulling up and pulling in. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend. We just chopping it up today, doing some investigating on the Facebook page. And right now I'm going to share a screen with my brother Corey Holcomb in this situation that he's going through. And I want you guys to let me know what y'all think.
Man, my motherfucking daughter was talking shit to me the other day. I was like, bitch, I
Oh,
don't know
you start back talking to her?
No, the bitch crazy.
Oh, she just called you out the blue?
Hell yeah, because she needed something.
Dang. You should have gave him my number, man.
You still on that looking for his
I believe my daughter runs circles around me, boy.
Oh, shoot.
She's taller than him for sure.
Yeah.
She ain't taller than
Oh,
me.
yes.
She is not taller than me.
Oh, the last time she was here, I got a picture.
She
She
probably
and
has
I
heels
standing
on
next
or
to each other. You
something.
see how tall she is.
I mean,
She's
I
tall.
brought it up because she tried to run game on me like she was brought up by her mama. But you know what I'm saying? Instead of realizing I got away from her mama because I don't speak to her mama. She be like, I know you hate my mama. I'm like, bitch, I ain't got time to hate nobody. Your mama was drama. Now here it is all these years later. You just like your mama. Both of y'all can kiss my motherfucking ass. I'll go make another daughter. I don't give a fuck. Man, my motherfucking daughter was talking shit to me the other day. I was like, bitch, I don't know
you start back talking to her?
No, the bitch crazy.
Oh, she just called you out the blue?
Hell yeah, because she needed something. If you ain't good as a person, no matter who you are, I have a cutoff switch God blessed me with to say, fuck you, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if it's my kid. My motherfucking mama, you know your daughter trying to get in touch with you? I say, oh, mama, you watch that little bitch. Ha!
Yeah, see, it's. I get where you guys are coming from because I had the same.
You watch that little bitch. That bitch is brought up in this new generation where there is no honor, there is no respect thy parents, there is no the way the youngsters are brought up now. They will fuck over the mama and daddy quicker than they'll fuck over somebody in the streets. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck if you are so hell-bent in making me a villain and saying I did you wrong. Get the fuck away from me. I didn't love your mama. You just popped up on a nigga. I try to show you love. Shit, you come out here, I did all this shit for her. She was still talking shit. So I'm just saying, it's like, I'm not like everybody else. I don't need your acceptance. Somebody said to me, fuck it. My mama said to me today, Corey, later in life, you might need your daughter. I said, if I need that bitch, I'm done for. A lot of motherfuckers might not say this.
No, and it's hard for others to relate because
you motherfuckers out here with kids, your kids ain't shit. Your kids run over you. And you know they run over you. And you let them run over you. And you and making me a villain justified by saying, these my kids.
Exactly.
Not with me. If I got somebody, I capitalize every letter in somebody. If somebody running over me, I'm going to tell them I'm about to take a shit. Get over here fast. Because I want to shit on you. Give a fuck who you are. You don't get to fuck me over. I don't give a fuck. This is my time on this planet. I ain't finna be worried about your funky ass, whoever the fuck you are. If you ain't no righteous motherfucker, I don't give a fuck if it's your child or whoever it is.
The same way, yep.
Get the fuck away from me, especially when you're grown. You can have a little.
What y'all think? What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and check out some of these comments. He said a lot. Damn Florida Evans. Damn. Shit. Damn. Shout out to Army Vet in the building, my brother. He said representing from Louisiana, you heard me? From Louisiana, you heard? What up, shouted? Hope all is well, brother. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being you, man. I appreciate you. Whenever I pop up in Army Vets chat, he showed me so much love. And the chat is amazing. They always dope over there. Sarah said, yeah, I saw it. I know, Sarah, you be heavy in the group page, man. We be back and forth and back. And it's crazy up there. The stuff you see in there. I heard. Yeah. Yeah, I heard it that night. Jesus Christ. Crazy. 5150. Family member blessings. It's a pleasure to chop it up with you and the family. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure with y'all, man. What y'all think about Corey, man, and what he said? Don't be insulted. Wake up. Just saying. I think we must come with forces. We've been nice too long. It has gotten the Black community nowhere being nice. Shout out to Jers. You ain't lying, Quincy. Corey from Chicago. So he is excused from any judgment. I ain't mad with him, but damn, yeah, that's harsh. He said what he said. He said what he said. Lord have mercy. Shout out to Blaze on the check-in, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Pretty sure you heard what Corey said. We just digesting it right now. I'm not mad at him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love my children to death. Love my family to death. But I created all of it. I was here first. I say that all of the time. The first time I said it to my wife, she was shocked. Before any of you guys were here, I was alone. I was contemplating the type of family that I was going to have. I was imagining, aspiring. And I love myself. From the minute I was left here by myself, shout out to my big brother, Triple L. From the moment I said I was going to break generational curses, I was going to break generational cycles. I wasn't going to perpetuate the dysfunction that I was brought up in. I wasn't going to glamorize and glorify the cantankerous lifestyle that Bed-Stuy kind of cultivates. From that moment, I made a pledge to myself to love myself. Like I said last week, you guys seen the episode last week? What was the name of it? Love yourself, black man. Love yourself, black man, because everybody else hates you. Y'all seen the clips that I presented? It was a lot that I didn't present. Men and women, they hate black men. You should hear the way men talk about other men when they get on panels where it's, I guess, opportunistic. I don't know. Advantageous. I have no idea. But in one instance, you're screaming for men. Yeah. Men have been done wrong for a long time, have not had a chance to speak for a long time, and then doing a complete 180 saying, yeah, men ain't shit. It's mind-boggling. But again, love yourself so that even in the face of all of this, you know deep down how you feel about yourself. And like I said, you know, I'm from New York City. We have a certain mindset. And I said I wanted to play a clip from Cameron. And this is where my integrity comes from, my value. I'm going to get into all of that too, because a lot of people say they got it, but they can't articulate it. They say they got it, but they can't articulate it. Most people are Christians. Most people fly by that Christian Bible, but I know what your values should be. Your morals should be. It shouldn't be a question. It's pretty concrete, but yet it's up for interpretation and it needs to be explained, not with everybody. So today we're going to draw the line in the sand and show you that some people do have morals, integrity, standards. They teach peace, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Peace to the gods and the earths. They don't waver. They don't waffle. It don't depend. It's not sometimes. It's not all. And the newest one, the loud majority. It's not that neither. But let me show you where all this comes from. I'm from New York City.
It's going to be hard to get over on a nigga like us. It's not going to be here. It's not going to be that simple. And you could be genuine. I tell a lot of people this all the time. When I meet you, you're down 30. You may have done nothing wrong to me. You have to work your way to zero for me to even put you above zero. You are a negative 30 when I meet you. I don't trust you. I don't believe you. I don't think what you're saying is true. And it may all be true, but you have to work to gain my trust from down 30 to get to zero, to get back up to maybe 100 one day, if it ever reaches that point.
Yeah. That's the mindset. I don't know how y'all do in the West and in the Midwest and in the Mid-South and in the South and in the dirty South and in the clean South. I don't know how y'all do there. I know how we do in New York City. We don't believe none of y'all. I don't believe none of this shit for face value. And I'm this and I'm that and I'm so. No, you're self-proclaimed. That's what you are. Somebody else need to say it about you. My nephew called me the other day. He said, yo, Uncle Sean, you know how many friends you got? I said, yes. He said, no, Uncle Sean, like, really? I said, yes, nigga, I do. He said, yo, it kind of makes me mad, Uncle Sean, that everybody walk up on me. They want to know how you doing. They tell me how dope of a dude you is and how dope of a basketball player you was, how good of a teammate you was, and just always got good things to say about you. And it's like dudes from elementary school, junior high school, college, basketball teams in the hood, just all of the camaraderie, the connections and the relationships. You guys don't know how much my phone ring from my childhood friends from now, new friends. Ask my wife that same question. Girls don't make friends like that. Girls don't keep relationships like that. They fickle as hell. The minute you don't do something they want you to do, that relationship done. I ain't got to speak to her no more. You wouldn't believe how many friends don't speak to my missus no more because she didn't come through for them one time or do something that they wanted them to do one time. No new friends, new year, new me. Who gonna check me, boo? All of that shit. So again, I have to stay true to myself. From day one, I was walking saying, I'm gonna create the Harrises. And I have to have standards and integrity and dignity and morals and value that they all have to follow. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Ain't no it depends over here. Maybe on your side it is and everything's situational and all of that shit. Not over here, fam. You guys lack integrity and respect and morals. And y'all say y'all got a divine, all-powerful, all-seeing, but yet y'all don't go by his same rules? Y'all don't go by the rules that he set? This shit is unbelievable. Well, over here, it's not a secret.
What the father was able to do was, through his teachings, he was able to bring out the mathematics and I think one of the most important lessons, which is called the 12 jewels. And those are knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and happiness. So a man must first get knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Once you got that, then you can go for your freedom. But freedom must operate under a law of justice. I'm free to smack you in the face, right? But now justice comes in. That's the reward or penalty for my acts or deeds. So that keeps everybody at equality. Because what? All men are created equal until you do something to break that equilibrium. And once you establish that, then what do a man need to strive for? His food. Of course, food for thought and physical food. His clothing. Of course, clothing for clothing, but a cloak of righteousness as well. And his shelter. A shelter to live in and a shelter to protect itself from negative things in his atmosphere. And once you got that, what's left? Love. But what's love without peace? And what's love and peace without happiness? And happiness is total, complete satisfaction with yourself.
Yeah, we know what it is over here. It's no question. We don't need to get time to explain it to you later. We don't need no forum to explain it to the younger men. We know what it is. They know what it is. We all know what it is. When you look in the mirror, what look back at you, that's on you. But it ain't just for the men. It's for the women too.
Muslim girls training in general civilization class that was established by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and now headed by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. These training units, how to keep house, how to rear their children, how to take care of their husbands, sew, cook, and in general, how to act at home and abroad are the foundation of a civilized society. They form the basis of every civilization. And to the degree the woman can execute and master these training units will determine the degree of civilization, the level of civilization. This is why the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
And you know the reason why I'm, waving my flag today and even just, touching on this is because the disrespect that Muslims get. You should hear the way people talk about them. Especially the people who think the white man ice is colder than our ice and white women are goddesses and they are, the creme de la creme. And you should hear the way they talk. You should hear the way Americans talk. One language talking Americans don't even speak English correctly. And they get upset and make fun and shame people who speak multiple languages just because their religion is a little different, because the gods and the earths believe that they are gods and earths. I'm sorry that I don't look to some guy up in the sky to take care of all of my problems for me, that I feel that it's within me to make the changes necessary. That I say, come and have a good time with G.O.D. I don't care how you feel about it.
Come and have a good time with G.O.D.
I got the power to give life, take life. I can do all things. I don't care how you feel about it. But I have a foundation. I'm willing to have a conversation with you, and I can let you know I've been wrong on some things. Maybe there is something greater. Maybe you do have some valuable points. But I have a foundation. I'm not a waffle. I'm not in the middle. Well, nah, I don't. I don't know about that. I know about loving myself. And what Corey Holcomb was talking about was loving himself. I don't care if he's even my kids. You down 30. And if you want to be opportunistic and advantageous like your mama, you could get left. You're a grown up. You would leave me at the drop of a dime when you meet your significant other and love your wife greater than you love your mama and your daddy, and you create your own family, and daddy, I got to live my life, get into this retirement home so I could go and live. I was going to be anyway. It's the same shit with simps. That's probably why he has the same stance that he has on simps. Me and him agree on that as well. You gonna bump heads with these cantankerous bitches anyway one day. Just wait. Look, it was all good just a week ago. Next thing you know, they arguing and fighting. Now they hate each other. It's gonna happen, so you might as well let it happen organically. At least be your organic self. And if we bump heads, we bump heads. If we continue to acquiesce to each other so that we can coexist, that's what relationships are. We're not robots. We don't all agree on everything. It's a lot of shit I don't agree with y'all on. You don't hear me up in arms. Oh my God, I don't agree with you on that. Yeah, you know, I got a record button. Let me go over here and open up my apartment and you know, start standing on my soapbox and do my thing. But we got to love ourselves. And like I said, love yourself, black man. That's what it looks like, though. It looks a little unique. It looks insensitive to some. You should see the comments. Oh, this is what black fathers, this is the problem with black fathers. Really? Let's let Corey finish up because he wasn't done.
Patience with a child. Sometimes you can beat a child up and get away with it.
Oh my God, stop.
I'm saying, but when motherfuckers is 20, 25, 30,
yeah, you know,
talking crazy to you, justified by saying, these my kids.
Exactly.
Not with me. If you let them hang around you because they your kids, that shows human weakness in you. If you let them hang around you because they your kids, that shows human weakness in you.
What you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's get to the comments. See where we at. Dury is on the check-in. Everybody exchanging pleasantries. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Some of these grown kids think you owe them something and you should kiss their ass and treating you like shit and cut you out with no word or no nothing. Absolutely. But you know, Sarah, kids need to be handled with kid gloves, but don't call them kids though. No, you're a child. If I got to handle you with kid gloves, you're a damn kid. And we got 25, almost 30-year-old kids in this world that need to be coddled and handled. And watch how you say it. Them ain't my kids. Them is not my kids. I watch how I talk to my kids, not some kids that got hands on the knees, hands on the knee. They mama, I'm supposed to watch how I talk to they mama. You got to be kidding me. And the same people hit their record button and start talking like Miss Bonita, could talk about everybody. To tell everybody's business. It's unbelievable. Like I said last week, love yourself, black men, because they hate you. It's videos that I ain't even show y'all last week. Like
black men, I'm going to say it from me to you. This is just straight up. Black women, 80% of them, they don't like you. 80%, I'm probably sure it's more. But at least 80% of black women in this day and age, it don't matter how old or young they are, they have a general dislike and hatred for you. That's your real climate, brother. See, I'm not telling you something that you ain't already felt. I'm telling you something that you know. I think it's more too. I truly think it's more too. I think it's more too. And I'm tired of being the one that's not talking about it. I've said this. This is one of the main reasons I don't have a lot of black female friends. I really don't, y'all. I don't. I couldn't imagine what it would be like as a black man. It's an abundance of you that think that all men are dogs, but we all know it means black men. Undertone of all relationship conversations is black men ain't shit. Why these black men ain't doing this? I can't bond with y'all, sis. I cannot bond with y'all when you have a general dislike and vitriol and hatred for our male counterpart. Do you not understand how goddamn psychotic that is?
Y'all have no idea. And again, you know, when we gather in this space to talk about our experience, we got people like, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to cater the way y'all talk. Whoa. Don't talk like that. Here's how y'all should talk. Just bossing us around as black men. And you got black men sitting in their face like, yup. You know what? You're right. We should do that. Damn, they've been telling us what to do for 30 years. You're going to let them keep doing it when it's proof is in the pudding that they don't got the authority or the know-how or wherewithal to tell anybody how to do anything. Beyonce tell them what to do, and you gonna let them tell you what to do? Nigga, you wow. Y'all gotta have a little more integrity than that, and they don't even like you. And y'all motherfuckers are some spineless jellyfishes sitting up with the simp god and in his panel. I'm like, what? When did this nigga become a girl? I didn't know he became a girl. Oh, you up there bashing men and agreeing with these women that, yeah, you know, these bandits. And then they wait for the bandits to drive 3 hours to their house so they could do the hoochie coochie, my friend. Yeah, you know, these bandits. And then they talk about the women that have integrity and honor. They're mammies. Mammy. She a mammy. Do y'all know any other words? Oh, don't forget weird. Weird. This is weird. They're weird. He's weird. You're a weirdo. This is weird. Black men are weird. But be there for 4 to 5 hours watching every show, everybody's panel. We so wrong, but you're watching. You won't leave. Let me take a second.
Y'all want to know why nobody want to come here? It's because of y'all. Tell y'all the truth. Y'all are the most boring saints I've ever been around. Just gotta tell y'all this. If Bishop not gonna say it, I will tell y'all. Y'all are the most boring people I have ever been around in my life. I get dreadful every time it's time to worship with y'all, because y'all don't bring nothing to the table. I'm tired of bringing stuff to the table and none of y'all got nothing to bring. Y'all worried about stuff that happened yesterday, wasting time. Y'all worried about stuff that don't even matter, wasting time. My new attitude is, if you're not going to come to church to worship, stay home. And I say this all the time. I don't need none of y'all. I love everyone in here. I love everyone. I don't need not any one of y'all in here at all. Y'all don't do nothing for me, but look at me while I'm singing anyhow. Y'all are a bunch of boring, dead people. And I swear to God, I swear on everything I love. If it don't change, y'all not gonna see any benefit from the Lord. If y'all cannot worship with song. We're not even talking about listening to the word. We're talking about praise and worship. If y'all can't even listen to songs and be happy that someone's taking their time out to sing for y'all, and mind you, I don't get paid for this, so I really just sing to y'all for my benefits. And just for y'all to look real ugly and stupid, I'm tired of church for wasting my time.
Yo, the pastor wild. God damn, pastor. Do I sound like that, y'all? God damn. Pastor went in. Hempstead, Long Island. What's popping? Shout out to Bismarck E. Rest in peace to. Shout out to Granddaddy IU. Rest in peace to the God. Yo, Long Island is heavy in hip hop, man. Shout out to Rakim. Strong Al. Shout out to the gods, man. Long Island is heavy. So I am not going to keep fighting for a place that you really don't want me in at. That's right. We've been kicked out of better places than this, right, Sarah? Please. Yeah, we are. I mean, the ladies, said Girl World is mean. They said it last, 2 weeks ago when I had the amazing ladies. And again, these are the ladies that take all type of smoke, all type of shots. I don't hear nobody sticking up for them. I don't hear nobody crying for them, Argentina. And again, I put it in the chat yesterday when they was waving their flag. Oh, we need to teach these kids everything from, from bottom to top. Now we got to tell them what integrity is. We got to show them examples of integrity. We got to break it down into syllables and let them know if it's a noun or an adjective or a verb. And then, show them integrity and tell them my integrity and tell them your integrity and tell them Tom and Jerry's integrity. And then they'll get grown-ups, almost 30 years old, most educated, with degrees, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, PhDs. We got to take it back to scratch. You do that. I only got one, my king. Everyone else I chat with. That's right. Exactly. You are good as long as you are benefiting them. But as soon as you don't, they cut you off. Vampires. Opportunists. Opportunists. Mom, dad, kids, grandparents, aunt, uncle, cousin, friends, goddamn family, dog. Don't matter who they are. Once respect goes, they go. Yeah, Blaze. It's such a unknown concept that men are heavy on respect. Wait, I never heard that before. Where'd that come from? Come from every fucking where. Through history of time. Men want respect. Real men want organic respect. And we can see it. We know what it is. And if you don't give it, that's fine. You get a 2-week notice. In about 2 weeks, you're going to notice you ain't been seeing me. I don't announce that I'm leaving and I'm not coming back and I'm going to be out of your life like the pastor just did. I don't have to come here. I'm not doing all of that. You just won't see me. The only person I'm obligated to got the same last name as me. So if I don't hit record, I don't hit record. That's how you'll know. You will never get me saying, well, I won't be back, y'all. Yeah. For what? For what? They hate to see the sister in that number 19. Talk about it. God still bless the minister. Damn. It's hard out here for a pimp. I'm not in the business of disrespecting anyone's religions or personal beliefs. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. They should shape and mold our values. And again, if everybody, this is America. So I just go off of me being, from Bed-Stuy, grandmother from down south, everybody around me, Christian. Some people gravitated, got locked up. You know how some people gonna shame you. You had to get locked up before you found that Allah shit and, the nation and the Muslims and the bean pies. But most people ascribe to that Bible. I got my mother's Bible sitting right here. God bless her soul. A lot of, the Islamic faith and the Christian faith, it's a lot of similarities. It's all man-made religion. It's all bullshit. But if you don't pull from it what you need in order to teach peace, if you don't use it as a moral compass to guide you to be a better person, if you really think somebody lived in the belly of a whale and so on and so forth, that's on you. That's cool. For me, it's just a good story. Again, coincidence that Jesus and Superman and Moses and Darth Vader all kind of run parallel. Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe I just think like that. But I think once man put his hand on anything, it gets messed up. And religion is no different. So that's why I take the bits and the pieces that I need to help me be a better man. Help me have a moral compass. Help me have some value and some principles so I can look at myself in the mirror and be happy with what looks back. So I could sleep at night and get 6 to 8 hours of good sleep. Unapologetically, unremorsefully. I could take a nap whenever I feel like it. I don't ask for permission. I don't need to drink a bunch. I could just fall right out because being tired and having a clean soul will allow me to rest. But when your soul is dirty, you say you get a good night's sleep, but prove it. We don't know. I just learned the word polyglot. It's a person that speaks a lot of languages. Absolutely. More than one is always good. Communication is the key. Facts. Let the chips fall where they may. He's right. My grandfather whooped my ass and got away scot-free. Talk about it, Blaze. Talk about it. Not the mama. Not the mama. I feel all day, all times. That 80% lines up. They don't like us. That's why we got to love ourselves. That's why we got to be unapologetic. We have to be unremorseful because, again, we're on a certain side. We're on the side of right. You either righteous or you ratchet. You got to pick a side because look around you. Facts. I can't bond with y'all. Amen. I can't. They different. Take heed. They're different. And the lack of consideration, it's disheartening because, again, we sit in these spaces for almost 3 years now. We've all exchanged ideas and experiences, and we know that some of them are going to run parallel. Absolutely. But, the ones that have been the narrative lately, should the message line up with the messenger? Hypocrisy, integrity. Are you serious? This is where we at 3 years later as men. And they'll say it's not them, but yet again, you got me who say, don't come to me with the it depends. I don't want to hear that. They make fun of me, shame me. Oh, don't say it depends to him. Oh, they said it depends. Oh, it depends. Come on now. We know as adults that every situation is nuanced. It comes with the territory. But when you wave your flag on it depends, it just shows you're a waffle. We got another panel that say, don't come to me with some. Why is this a requirement if it's not a thing? Because people are waffles. Let people start peopling. They don't have no damn stance. They don't got no backbone. Jellyfish. Tell them they're a jellyfish. They'll leave for 3 days. You don't see him. Maybe you out of sight, out of mind. Maybe come right back jellyfishing it up and say, I'm not a jellyfish, right? I'm not a jelly. No, you still fucking are. Unbelievable. And this is probably why they, feel a certain way when I enter the room. Y'all niggas is wild. Shout out to the Doc. What up, Doc? I appreciate you, Doc. Organic. Me and Doc don't agree on everything. We don't see eye to eye on everything, but I respect him so much because he's organic. He has his stance. He has his approach. He has his reasons. And we meet right there in the middle. It's still a conversation. It's still a relationship. And it's one I'm looking forward to having for a long time to come. Seeing each other at the book bag drive. Thank you for coming to the book bag drive, Doc. But this is the shit I'm talking about. When they talking about all we do is talk about doom and gloom and dust and must and crust and pookies and what they doing though? What they doing though? We out here with the kids teaching sign language. Nikki out here at the library teaching sign language. What they doing though? I go to my Facebook page and go to the memories. We're going to get to one. Matter of fact, let's get to one right now. Let's share the Facebook page and let's see if my message always been like this. Or am I just talking right now because, I like to talk? No. Let's share a screen. Because y'all think I act like this because I met y'all? No. I've been loving the kids before I met y'all. I probably love your kid more than you do before I met you. Not y'all in the chat. Y'all know what I mean. The hyenas and they crew. What did I say? When is this from? Let's see. 12 years ago. Did I know any of you guys 12 years ago? Oh, I must have knew I was gonna meet y'all. So let me put on a front for y'all before I meet y'all. Let's see what I said 12 years ago. Whatever you believe, damn, that's what I said. Whatever you believe in will shape your realities. Ask yourself this question. Am I living in reality or in my own version of it? Stop allowing your moods, feelings, or emotions to guide your decision-making process. Aren't you sick and tired of your over-the-top reactions and out-of-control emotions causing, I believe that was supposed to be commotion? Yeah, commotion in your life. It's okay to be damaged, but avenge yourself. I gotta hit the see more button. Own your trash. Fixing anything requires accepting that it's broken. Make your mistakes. Just don't let them make you. Mend your life. That was 12 years ago. Well, damn. I don't know. You guys know. I say one don't make you no shooter, right? That's what I say. That's what we said in my neighborhood. You make one jump shot, that don't mean you could shoot. You just made one jump shot. 12 years ago. What did I say? Sometimes I sit back and wonder, is the work/sacrifices that we did as kids a lost art? Example, we turned in cans as kids, shoveled snow for extra cash, raked leaves, packed bags at Key Food, etc., and called me crazy, but I think that instills work ethic, something our generation now are lacking. So I ask, how do you make sure your kids have work ethic and knows that everything won't be handed to him or her? "12 years ago. 12 years a slave." Again, it's people I haven't seen them in 3 years. I damn sure don't know what they was doing 12 years ago. They haven't attested to show me some proof that they was talking the same shit they talking today 12 years ago. What was you talking about 12 years ago, fam? That we can see publicly documented. Because I come through with what I do. This is always what I've done. We need to teach our daughters the difference between a man who flatters her and a man who compliments her, a man who spends money on her and a man who invests in her, a man who views her as property and a man who views her properly, a man who lusts after her and a man who loves her, a man who believes he is God's gift to women and a man who remembers a woman was God's gift to man. And then teach our sons to be that kind of man. "12 years ago. And this is one of the most interesting comments that I've seen on the group page. Let me share this one with y'all. Y'all see this? "Working with Black female managers, 0 out of 10. Do not recommend." That was interesting. You guys got any female managers? Black female managers? What do you think about that statement? So you guys see what we're doing tonight. It is a Facebook group activity watch. We got some Facebook group activity that we need to monitor because these guys are, they cutting up over there in that Facebook group. If you are not a part of it, you should get over there. We having fun over there. We dropping jewels over there. And we give knowledge to the young people. Like this right here. We need more of this.
Do y'all think we need more men like this in the community?
Now, like I'm telling you, these don't need change, you understand? These are fine. See how thick that is right there? If it needed to be changed, it would be way lower. Like it would be way closed down. So you got a lot of thickness right there. That's how much thickness you got right there, you understand? You got plenty of time, but that's how you replace it. You replace it the same way you take it out, you understand? Yes, sir. You put it right back in the same exact way, you understand? Yes, sir. That's how you gonna do that. You're gonna put that bad boy in just like that. Boom. Your brakes have been replaced, you understand? Brake pad spreader. Y'all sound like trash. Brake pad spreader. Brake pad spreader. All right, so this is a brake pad spreader. You'll see why we use this when we get down into changing the brakes, you understand? Yes, sir. All right. That stands so that way the freaking car don't fall on us, you understand? Yes, sir. But if you're going to be a mechanic, you need a freaking four-way because a four-way can go to any size lug wrench on anybody's car, you understand? Yes, sir. There's only 4 different sizes a lug could possibly be, and this on this four-way, you understand? Yes, sir. Fits, okay? Yes, sir. All right, now you gotta use some big boy muscles to freaking get it to loosen up. You understand? Yes, sir. All right, got that one loose. Cool. Yes, sir.
My answer is absolutely. Show these young men a trade instead of showing them something that's gonna put them in a cage.
That's what we doing today. That's what we doing today. That's what I try to do over here. I always got smoke. I got smoke. Like every other content creator got smoke. But I also try to bring information, edutainment, education, PowerPoints, and just put together my first PowerPoint. It was pretty good. The missus was proud of me. My sister was proud of me. That's all I care about. They taught me how to do it. They say, hey, you got to put it out there. And that's what we do. So, you know, I made the PowerPoint with the 12 tips on parenting skills and how you can, you know, sharpen your parenting knife, so to speak. Check that out. I put out the green flags video as well, what to look for in a positive, you know, aspiring wife, long-term girlfriend, whatever it is you're looking for. So again, we always trying to pack some information in over here. It's not always a relaxed atmosphere. Today's pretty relaxed, but usually we try to bring some information. Last week, I told the black men to love themselves. I don't think anybody shared it. Hashtag LSYM. I'm talking about the men. The ladies support me heavily. That's why they, you know, got the wrenches in my chat. That's why they protect me, because they are protectors as well. But last week I said LYSBM, love yourself, black man, because they don't like you. I put up a bunch of clips. We heard a young fella giving stats and immediately challenged by a hyena. Immediately. All she want him to do is shut up so she could talk and tell him how horrible he is. And again, this is why the conversations go the way they go, because of the lack of integrity. It's disheartening when all they want us to do is shut up. Everybody from Anton Daniels with the middle finger being given to him on his own panel by the hyena that was drinking, all the way down to RBN saying these black men are humiliating themselves for you. All black women got to say is they up on the internet whining. They're whining for you. Ain't that crazy? They willing to do that because they want their women. But you know, we are where we are. It is what it is. So what we doing is a little bit of activity watch. Let's go back to the Facebook group because there's still stuff to go there. What about that female manager? Black female manager, 0 out of 10. I do not recommend. Y'all don't even want to look at the comments. So we got Florida as the villain. We got Corey Holcomb, Cameron, Let's do this one. Let's go ahead and pause it. Let me share this screen with y'all. And this is what I was talking about integrity. Let's see what y'all think about this.
Look, and I saw this post. It said getting kicked out of church is crazy and getting your offering back is even crazier. City girls down bad. So in the picture, you can see that it was a check for $500 that she gave to the offering. And the check was returned. The church then sent her a letter explaining why they returned her offering to her. The first blurb is basically expressing that they are terminating her from the church. Reason number 1 states you initiated the separation in your marriage to Josh without good cause, stating that you wanted to begin a relationship with another man. It seems you have no desire to keep your family together, and this has caused a great deal of hurt to you, your husband, your children, and many others. This is being unfaithful to the marriage vow that you took before God. They then go on to say you have continued to post many unchristian and even indecent pictures and messages on various social media sites over the past many months. You have also been very negative and critical of many of our church family. You have refused counsel or advice from your husband, your pastor, and many of your close church family who really care for you and who have tried to help you. They end the letter with saying that they still love Brooke and that they hope that God will show his will to her. They say, please let us know when this happens. This event took place in 2021, so I'm wondering if God ever showed Brooke his will. And
Shout out to Take Heed to the Message. I believe that came from Let that sink in, y'all. Y'all let that marinate. I'm gonna get to the comments. Let that marinate. They gave her her money back. The church said, we do not want your city girl ski ye money. Keep it. You don't listen to us. You don't listen to your husband. You wanted them. So take your money back. Some people are more Christian than they are Christian. I know that's right. I know that's right, Brother Vaughn. I call them Saturday sinners, Sunday saints. Be out all night Saturday. But they make their way to church on Sunday, so it's all right. Shout out to Truth on the check-in. Hope all is well. One job years ago told me I couldn't be a manager because I was too nice. That kind heart. That kind heart. It's down there. Notice all of them keep saying, yes, sir. Sign of basic respect and discipline. Yes, sir. And they're going to get that confidence. The confidence they don't have in learning it, they're going to have in teaching it. When they turn around and teach another young fella that don't know, they're going to be so confident. And that was information that they need. This is what we have to do. Get back to grabbing the young fellas up and giving them information. But if we keep listening to women saying it depends and nobody can say nothing to nobody and men need to talk to men, but when men get up here, they go, oh, he's being emotional and wow. Women should talk to women, but let Take Heed get up there. Oh, you mean not every woman. You mean specific women. Let Mr.HeSaiD get up there. Let Red Lipstick Vibes get up there. Let the Real Precious get up there. Lady Di get up there. So it's not let women speak to women. Let certain women speak to women. Oh, the women that will allow them to do the bullshit. Let them speak to women. Until you do it to them. Because then they're going to sit up on a Saturday night and talk about you and your edges. And they're going to do a close-up on your shit. And a screen share. And they're going to blow up your edges. They're going to blow up your shoes. They're going to talk about your husband. Try to get you fired from your job. It's like a playbook. And this is where this city girl shit come in at. The mentality, they dive so low. They'll try to get you fired from your job, my nigga. The livelihood. Take care of your family. That's a part of their playbook. Yeah, call his job. Get him fired. For real? No morals, no integrity. No value. And again, look in their house, manless. But they say they love their daddy, but disrespect men like how they do. Quiet Storm got it in here. She said, "What's the catch?" I was like, "Are you serious?" If you can change humanity 100% for the better, would you do it? What's the catch? That's what lets you know they don't like us. It has to be this evil, ulterior motive. We're fucking supervillains to them. And again, they the ones running around, not listening to the church, not listening to their husband, not listening to nobody, city girling it up, pictures on the Instagram, and you want to give the church some money and think the church just got to take it. And this is why I say righteousness or ratchetness. I'm not saying pick a side because I want you to be down with me. I know you don't want to be down with me. I'm one of them guys. 5%. I say it all the time. I know only a few people gonna rock with me. But everybody ain't gonna be down for this city girl shit for long. This shit is coming to an end. And all of y'all, it depend motherfuckers. Let me go in the chat and celebrate you, sis, with that bullshit. Y'all, wow. Again, look at the wrenches in my chat. Look who got wrenches in my chat. It's women. But it ain't no women that'll get on no goddamn table and bust it open. It ain't no women that's gonna tell some woman, you know, you could do what you want to do and it depends and you're free to be you and a butterfly and happy, be happy. Fuck out of here. We don't do that over here. We protect each other over here. With the way we act, with the way we speak, with the way we treat people. When I hit record on my channel, I could do what the fuck I want to do. That's one of the privileges. But ain't nobody give a damn about me. That's what's in my theme song. Y'all don't hear it? They don't really give a fuck about me. They've been raping and pimping on my entire family. They are not really worried about me. All I do is wave my flag on thinking things through, sapiosexuals and wanting to know why things are the way they are. I'm old. I'm old. But what's the catch? What's the catch? That's what they think about us. Those young boys were taught the same lessons my grandfather taught me. Yes, sir, or no, sir. You already know. And we bring it up to grown men, sir. I call young men in my neighborhood, sir. They're like, why are you calling me, sir? I'm younger than you. They have no idea. It's just a term of endearment, respect. What we as men should be, comrades. We should look at each other as peers. But no. Church say keep it. Church not playing with her. The church was not playing with her foolery. Church said your presence and money are no longer needed. Shout out to the International Quiet Storm checking in. Moderation gang in the building. Hope you're doing well, sir. Hope you had a great week. Again, amazing person, amazing individual. We know each other electronically, but always a level of decorum. I'll never see the Quiet Storm going bananas on somebody in their chat. Disrespecting the host. It's just not something that they do. It's not something that an honorable, respectable fella would do. But being honorable and respectable as a fella, I don't know. Maybe, it has to be a discussion on it in order for it to exist. Nah, you guys know what it is. The reason they don't trust is because they are used to 20 in the front and 40 in the back.
You got to stop getting upset with hearing the truth. Go work on your games. Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
Tell them lost in translation. 20 in the front and 40 in the back.
Oh my God. Mama, oh my God, he beating the feathers off of her. He is beating, Mama, y'all need to stop.
They not gonna stop that.
Mama! Oh my God! Mama, he really beating the feathers off of her. I cannot believe it.
He don't care that we see it either.
Mama!
Please stop. He gonna go again. He got stamina.
Mama said he got stamina. Young fellas, you can only do that if you go to work. Get that bread, build your business, build yourself, work on your purpose, then beat the feathers off her. But let's give them some instructions before they do that.
When you look inside a vehicle, you're gonna take the oil cap. You're gonna look at the oil cap. I'm pulling it off for you so that you don't have to move. You see this oil cap right here? It's gonna tell you what kind of oil your vehicle uses. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You see right here, it says 5W20. Got it?
Yes, sir.
I have yet to see a car that doesn't tell you. So every car on the lid is gonna tell you what type of oil the freaking car uses. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're gonna go to the parts store. You're gonna say, I need some 5W20 motor oil. Got it?
Yes, sir.
That's gonna go in this particular vehicle. Now, I like to get the best oil to use so you can go longer without getting the oil change. This motor oil. Got it?
Yes, sir.
This is a freaking oil filter pliers. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Say oil filter pliers.
Oil filter pliers.
Drain pan.
Drain pan.
Drain pan.
Drain pan.
Say oil filter.
Oil filter.
Oil filter.
Oil filter.
Why do we need a jack stand?
Because
For extra support. Say extra support.
Extra support.
Extra support.
Extra support.
Basically, you don't want to die, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Drain plug, right?
Yes, sir.
It's a screw, but it's a drain plug, you understand?
Yes, sir.
So now that we got the drain plug right here, we're going to freaking find the socket that fits it, and we're going to unscrew it so all the old oil come out, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Oil. See that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, now we're going to wait for all the old oil to drip out, you understand?
Yes, sir. Sir.
All right, now I'm going to put the freaking drain plug back, okay?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Shout out to those young men. Shout out to that fella for, again, dropping those jewels into those young men, because that's where it starts. It starts with knowledge. It starts with knowledge. The more you know, the more you realize you know nothing. And it all starts with knowledge. That journey, the first step is understanding that you need to know some stuff.
What the father was able to do was, through his teachings, he was able to bring out the mathematics and I think one of the most important lessons, which is called the 12 jewels. And those are knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
First thing out his mouth, out of the 12 jewels, the first one is knowledge. The second two is wisdom and understanding. And again, to come from America, I live in Brooklyn. I'm in Bed-Stuy, one of the worst places to be in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. I ain't talking about now, but even we know that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is not only the jewels, but that's what Solomon asked for. He's from the Bible, the Christian Bible. He asked for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I know now in 2024, the only thing they talk about is he had a bunch of wives and that was his downfall. Even Solomon fell to all of them hoes, man. But look how many hoes it took. It took 1,200 of them things for him to look at what they focused on. Nah, Solomon asked for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And those are the first 3 of the 12 jewels. I want to hear you guys' what's your foundation built on? Let me share the link just in case somebody want to talk. Comments, questions, smoke. I'm here for it. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. It's the first 3. After you get that, start to work on the next ones. After that, you work on the next ones. Again, incrementally. These are steps and stages that you have to take. It's no, it depends. You can't do the other three without doing the first three first. And, you know, you could do them whenever you want. It's like a, you know, what if episode. You don't have to watch them in order. You could watch them however you want. No. And that's how most of y'all sound. Try to sit in front of a grown man and ask you, well, what is your standards? You know, you say your woman got to fall in line. And she got to fall under you, but what do you fall under? What are you ascribing to? What is she falling in line with? Well, you know, I don't do nothing to nobody. And, you know, I don't wish any harm on anybody. And, you know, I kind of have a positive mindset. And,
my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Just get your ass on, bro. Get your goddamn ugly ass.
Wrong. Rest in peace to Charlie Murphy. Wrong.
What the father was able to do was, through his teachings, he was able to bring out the mathematics and I think one of the most important lessons, which is called the 12 jewels. And those are knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and happiness. So a man must first get knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Once you got that, then you could go for your freedom. But
once you got that, do these people, in your opinion, I gotta stop to give some shout outs. I gotta give some shout outs. Shout outs to the niggas that allude to this as this space, like they don't be in here and be here all the goddamn time.
God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Just get your ass on, bro. Get your goddamn ugly ass.
That shit can't keep flying. Y'all no different than the women. You know, I don't be on this internet space. I don't do this internet thing. The people in this space, and you hear every fucking day on somebody's panel, nigga.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
I hate to break it to you. You an internet nigga. You on here every day. This space. Y'all, you know, the people in this space. Nigga, you one of the people in this space. This space. I don't understand y'all in this space. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Take note of the people that say they don't understand shit. I don't understand. I'm confused. I don't get it. I don't know. You said it. Ain't nothing like hands-on experience. Tell them Lost in Translation. They make fun of a nigga because he didn't die, Lost in Translation. He's 50 years old. He's old. Oh my God, y'all listening to some old motherfuckers.
Receive shots fired at squad 946.
7415, any responding South Carzia, shots fired. Utilize caution.
Being old means I didn't die. I come from Bed-Stuy. They wanted me dead at 16. The police might have let it rock till 18, but they wanted me dead too. I escaped all of that. I ain't had no lawsuit. I ain't had no inheritance. I ain't went to the military. I ain't asked nobody for no handouts of any sort. I'm here, holding down my family. Been with my wife for 26 years. You know what they got to say about me? I'm old. He's old. Still got my hair, no Beijing, afro nice, pick with the fist in the back. He's old. So experience, you hear what they say about experience lost in translation. Show me a woman that's been married for 20 years. I'll show you a woman that put up with a fucked up man for 20 years. That's what I'll show you. And y'all think I just came up with they hate you out of nowhere? Y'all incapable of love. They hate us. And men jump on the fucking bandwagon. That's what really is insensitive. There's men that jump right up there with them like, yeah, girl. Jump right on their panel with them while they spew this shit and be like, yeah. Jump right in their chat and be like, hey, boo, how you do? And then say they got integrity. They got values. Ask them a question. They waffle all over the place. Well, it depends. Maybe, kind of, sort of, sometimes. Everybody's different. They be focusing on the wrong thing and lying, sis, because they all said they was coming here to bring positive conversations, suggestions, articulation. And they liars, like Ricky said. That's why Ricky is referred to as old too. But shout out to Ricky. They are fucking liars. And you could tell they lying because they talking. And again, I don't believe you. Never did from the first day. I'm polite, cordial, but
it's going to be hard to get over on a nigga like us. It's not going to be here. It's not going to be that simple. And you could be genuine. I tell a lot of people this all the time. When I meet you, you're down 30. You may have done nothing wrong to me. You have to work your way to zero for me to even put you above zero. You are a negative 30 when I meet you. I don't trust you. I don't believe you. I don't think what you're saying is true. And it may all be true. But you have to work to gain my trust from down 30 to get to zero, to get back up to maybe 100 one day, if it ever reaches that.
I don't know how y'all operate. Y'all may operate different. I don't know. Put in how you operate and put in where you from. And let's start adding up some stuff. My foundation begins with knowledge. I'm a younger millennial and I don't pass up on free gems. Oftentimes I listen and absorb first and contribute to the conversation second. Yes, indeed, Blaze. I appreciate you, man. And I feel your energy, my brother. You a young brother like myself, just trying to do different, not to say better, not to say worse, but different. We see how it is out here. We can't be naive. And again, this is why we are where we are. You would be surprised, Blaze, how many people came in this space like, I don't see that in my neighborhood. I don't see that in my circle. I don't have friends like that. Who the fuck said you did? It's all about you. No, we're just speaking to conversations. Even if you don't see it, you do know it has to exist in the world, right? You do know of a thing called a spectrum, right? And if you have good people on one side of the spectrum, it got to be bad people on the other side of the spectrum. So again, just more tactics that they tried to use to prolong the conversation, and mission accomplished. Because that's where all of the talking points came from of who raised you, who you be around, what kind of women do y'all be around? That's where the talking points came from. Not that women have attitudes and are indecisive and easily influenced. Those are not talking points. That's what it fucking is. All the way back when. The serpent is the one that influenced. Fuck out of here. We not easily influenced. That's a talking point. But TLC Scrubs wasn't no fucking talking point. I ain't hear not one of y'all say no romance without finance is a talking point. Don't talk to those men like that. That's insensitive. Even Eddie Murphy was saying, you got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. I don't hear none of y'all saying Scrubs is a talking point. If you live at home with your mama, oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. I ain't hear nobody say that was a talking point. Mr. Butler told me to pick up my pants and think about my life and stop doing drugs, take care of my kids, get a job, cut off my dreads. I was told every goddamn thing. Hurry up and buy. Be a man. Forget that music shit. That's for boys. You got to get a real job and be a man and take care of your family. Men been told everything. For 30 years, we come in this space right here and started talking about what we want to say. Y'all whining. Why y'all want to talk about women for? Why y'all spend all of y'all time complaining about women? Y'all remember this? This is why we're 3 years later still here. Nobody said, you got a point, my brother. Except Shahrazad Ali. You know what? Maybe we can reflect on our attitudes and do things a little bit better, like black men did in the 80s and the 90s. Remember they told us, stop selling crack, just say no. Stop going to jail. Go to college. Think about something other than sports and entertainment. Live your life for tomorrow. Stop living for just today. Stop wearing those football jerseys and basketball jerseys everywhere. Take that do-rag off of your head. Stop them pants from being so big. We did all that shit. You see the European cut shit now? You see the pants on boys now? They're still hanging off their ass, but they're European cut. Where you don't see the jerseys and all of that shit no more. Jay-Z told them to put on a button up. Again, easily influenced because no morals, no value, no integrity, no standards. So if Jay-Z tell you to do something, you do it. I wish Jay-Z told you to take care of your kids. Oh, he did in the 444 album, but nobody bought that. I wish Beyonce told you to cater to your man. Oh, she did. They sing it at karaoke, but they don't do it. And don't know how to sing it at karaoke either. Y'all got to work on the lyrics. They right there on the screen. The substratum of my faith is built on nothing less than the principles and status of the Most High God. Okay. Okay. I believe that's like the 10 commandments and stuff. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not covet. Like, what exactly does that encompass? That sounds very general. What does that look like every day? For us, it's like, don't eat pork, don't fuck white women, pray 5 times a day, you got to fast a couple of times a year. It has certain like actual things that you can do. That's kind of general. In real life, you an internet nigga. They wouldn't agree because, you know, they know people in real life. And, you know, I got friends in real life and we all got friends in real life. Nigga, why you on here every day, nigga? Go out with them. Men who panel hap are uniquely weird to me personally. There's that word. She said weird. Weird. It's weird. It's weird. No, yeah, they allow access too. Everywhere. Everywhere. At least drop somebody link in the damn chat or something. Do something. And then again, say they not on here. I don't be on here. Nigga, I can set my watch. I know you coming up. So much to do. Spending large amounts of time on here is not productive. I wouldn't disagree. There's things you could be doing. Research, so on and so forth. But, you know, absolutely. What you're alluding to, absolutely. 3 times a week, we get concentrated. And when we want to have a cup of coffee, absolutely. Out of date marriage. It is. It's out of date. Hot mess. Brother Vaughn. Chiming in with the missus. Got Doc up here. I heard Uncle Ricky last night. Y'all need to stop this. Pushing these bullshit narratives. Shut the entire panel down. Especially the one what was talking cantankerous bull crap. Absolutely. Shout out to Brother Ricky. He always shut it down because, again, it's circular because it's true. it keeps coming back around because he's telling you the truth. The game don't change. The players do. The schematics might be a little bit different. They got IG and all of that shit that they gotta filter through, but that just has to make you a more sophisticated player. You know, I'm a sports person, always allude to it, Doc. And again, I never was scared when I seen good players on the other side of the court. I'm a good player myself. I got good players on my team. This gonna be a game. This gonna be fun. So, you know, I'm here for the competition. But again, you down 30. I'm down 30 in my mind because it don't just apply from me. It applies to me as well. When I step in somebody's world, I'm down 30. That's why what I do when nobody's looking is what I do when somebody's looking. That's why 12 years ago looked like yesterday, looked like 20 years ago. When I was a teenager, I was talking this shit. Knowledge of self, consciousness. I was in love with conscious rap, with backpack rap, with the native tongue. This is what I do. My summer job, first summer job, PAL, Police Athletic League. And guess what I was? Counselor. Had to set up something for these kids for the entire day, from 8 in the morning when their mama dropped them off to 5:30 in the afternoon to when they picked them up. And it was checkers, it was Moncala, it was Connect 4, it was the park, it was the sprinklers. But I had to, you know, create that itinerary. And this is 14 years old, 15 years old, thinking about taking care of people's children in Bed-Stuy. So again, that atmosphere of here comes Miss Johnson, yeah, that was me because I couldn't misbehave in front of Miss Johnson. I watch her kids during the day. She can't see me out in the street acting all a fool, and then I get her kids for PAL in the morning, and she can remember me from last night. So y'all grown-ass people, 50 years old, 40 years old, 30 years old, talking about should the message line up with the messenger? The fuck? The only people that would ask some shit like that is people who messages don't line up. You're a parent. You're a parent. And if you're a Christian parent, oh my goodness, I got a question for y'all. Now let's get into it. If you are a parent, a Christian parent, specifically, would you run your house the same way God ran the world? Would you have a child, that child be deleted, you have more children after him, and you tell him, all you have to do is ask me for forgiveness. You have a brother or sister that was here before you that gave their life for you. So now you can't commit any sin or no, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't run your house like that. I would never run my house like that. It has to be something a little more tangible for us, or something a little more realistic for us specifically. And daddy displays discipline. You see, when he don't eat till the sun come down for 30 days in August, sun don't go down till 9 o'clock. And what's the first thing they say? I could never do that. I know, because you ain't God. You are mere mortal. I know this. I know you can't do this. I got another question. If you don't want to answer the question about running your house like, you know, like the Bible, where is eating swine permissible in any of the books? Motherfuckers still eat that pig, though. So again, I hear people that say they got all, you know, principles and standards and all of this shit. Please, not even on what you put in your body do you have standards. If McDonald's shut down, you might cry. The longest relationship a lot of these people got is with DoorDash. I said what I said. Don't nobody listen to me anyway. Ain't nobody worrying about me. They've been raping and pimping on my entire Let's take a second. Station identification. So I'm not in a rush today. I got time. I dropped the link. It's there if anybody want to use it. If not, I think I can do okay by myself. Pause.
Condis, Jay-Z tried to kill me. Cut my name whole way, big pop on the street. Bank roll swollen, I can helicopter police. Power up your colon in the back of Papa Caprice. I'm a hog in the beast, when it's time to vlog, I release. Like a walking dog on a leash, a frog when I log at the beach. Pause when I jog to the east, picking up fog from Cheech. Blowing smoke with the priest, I speak for all with the least. My nigga, you know that I'm awesome still. These other rappers pop pills like a Moxie seal. While I'm eating chicken fettuccine pasta meals. Cause everything I do huge like a roster kill. Ill. Trick I on Hotel Rwanda. And Sean Diddy Combs is my auntie Yolanda. I'm all about my combos and drama. Come out the llama and beat it. Hannah Palmer, Geronimo, Proud Obama. I am Adonis, Chandelier, me Walt Disney, Martin Louis, the Dream, Steve Jobs, Bobby and Whitney. Praise issue, I lie the king, how high is he? False literatures and history's dead pygmies. Truth is my mama and her mama had a baby. Now they in trouble cause somebody gotta pay me. Up to my chin and they rebel, that's why they calling me crazy. I got a friend who I love, I married her and that's my lady. Ma, don't be mad, try to feel me, I know your secrets. Screw me, I'ma laugh, do we laugh cause I can't believe this. Ain't nobody thinking about me, they been raping and pimping on my entire family. I'm about to straight up as John F. Kennedy getting loose. Cause I see Tommy Town, but we can't find sheets. Yes, I still hit the bone, though it's wrong, I'm a beast. I get ill, yet I'm strong, cause inside lies the beast. I ain't sorry, ain't got a peep, I know your neurology. Everybody proud of me, Satan can't find a way to swallow me. My demons follow me, Illuminati trying to bottle me. Stop trying to holler me and get the people who they wanna see. They calling me the new millennium, rap king, times pop, better than Jigga. Word, my type of nigga. It's obviously safe to say I'm the pick of the litter. My abominable family try to make me a critter. Everybody wanna rape my nerves, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers, none of you make me nervous. If you hire me, I do my job and do it perfect. I ain't tripping on none of these bitches because I'm worth it. Yeah, trick. The helicopter come with security, holding choppers, land, hop off the plane, get inside the mouth of Chewbacca. When you speak up on my name, I just pray that you do it proper. Best lyricist in the game, probably right next to Biggie Papa. Look at you and look at me, little nigga. You what it do, I'm what it be, little nigga. Till my shoe from my knee, little nigga. I'll air out on your loved ones, I see, little nigga. Nah, I ain't fucking with you till I think you get the picture. Spending grands on bitches, and $1 million on switches. Ain't shit sweet. Everybody think you like delicious. Making ends meet, fighting, trying to make it out the trenches. Assalamu alaikum, thank God for the fix. Plotting real big play, gotta watch for the snakes. Driving, waking up late, drip, sweat with my heart throbbing. New Batman, made back trip, spread mobbing. This young man, he plays 10, probably end up fucking up Beyonce friends. Fuck 'em so good, they gon' have to make it a trend. Fucking on the golf course and fucking in the bands. Me, I go like me, highs grow. Ain't a nigga in the globe that can be my host. Get a nigga to the bone, make it be my role. Press ride gusto, bitch, CB4. Sick of all the bullshit, put me on the pulpit. Get up on your ass, hit you hard like a mule kick. Peanut butter outside, inside, cool with. Way more talent than you niggas know what you do with.
Yeah, I needed that. That was for me. Appreciate y'all for chilling out, sticking around through that. We doing a activity watch today. I got a couple of more things that I want you guys to let me know about. A couple of things on the Facebook group page that I want you to take a look at. One of them is this screen that I'm about to share with y'all. I believe this comes from the Mrs. Shout out to Mrs. She Said. And let's see. Okay. All right, I got it. Shout out to everybody that's still with me. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's get to it. What y'all think about this?
Only men who genuine wishes and desires that you turn out to be better than him. No one else on earth can ever take that. No sheikh, no alim, no mufti, no friend, no qawi, no one. Only with all his flaws. You see, sometimes when we speak about Bir al-Walidain, we have this rosy idea that my mom's the most amazing person on earth and I love her and she loves me and everything's amazing. So whenever the idea of loving parents, you see people, they're just so, oh my God, brother, but that's not, I don't know what to say. That's not the masses. And if you have that, wallah, you are very fortunate. Make shukr and thank Allah Azza wa Jal. But the truth is, for most of us, that's not the case. Your father is the only man who genuine wishes and desires that you turn out to be better than him. No one else on earth can ever take that.
What do y'all think of that statement? Think back to the first video I played with Corey Holcomb and the sentiments that he expressed to his daughter, and think about what you just heard. Is a father the only man organically, genuinely, truthfully wants you to do better than he did? You guys take a second and think about that. Because, I want to believe that, but I think back to the clip that I played with Corey Holcomb, and I don't know if that's necessarily the case. This is where this integrity has to come in. These morals have to come in, because that's where the selflessness comes from. That's when the picture gets a little bigger than just you. But where do you draw that thin line? When is it crossed? When do you love your children more than you love yourself? When you want more for them than they want for themselves. Is that a case with society's children? Do we want more for them than they want for themselves? Therefore, it looks like we're shaming them, when what we're doing is putting a light on the behavior. But in their eyes, we're attacking them. In a lot of bystanders' eyes, we're attacking them. But we want them to do better than what we did. We want them to have more fruitful relationships, more functional relationships than the one we've been a part of, than the ones we've seen, than the ones that have been modeled to us. And if we can tell the children, these are things you can do and things you shouldn't do in order to avoid those pitfalls, I think it's commendable. If we grab one, that would be fine with me. DoorDash, facts. DoorDash, good point. They click on all the terms of agreement. They submit to DoorDash. So that's why I don't even do it. I wave my flag from where I wave it at. Now, if you want to sit down and you need special consideration, we can talk about it. But other than that, if it don't apply, let it fly. How you even landed over here if it ain't for you? Because it probably is for you. You better not be eating M&Ms. Dr. Nakumbe, you got them M&Ms. Drink some water after. Drink some water. 2 waters after. Did you guys hear about the bottled waters having tiny particles of plastic in it? Scary stuff. What do you guys think? It should be, sis said. Should be. Both parents are to build a better version of themselves within their offsprings. I wouldn't disagree with that. When sacrifices take place on the parent's part, meaning selflessness, with their time, patience, and presence. Sarah said 100. Yeah, that last clip was something for me because I'm one of those fathers. I do want my children to have a different life. I said with the missus, we're gonna change the trajectory of this family. This last name, we will have success. It might not come on our watch. We might not see it, but sooner or later, somebody's gonna sit back and say, you know what? Thanks, grandpop and grandmom, or great grandmom, or whatever we are at that time, that you guys took the time, the consciousness to say, you know what, it stops here. It stops here. All of the tools that are necessary for development will be at hand. All of the compliments and constructive criticism equally. The communication, the itinerary, the scheduling, all of these things are going to change the dynamic of what we came up in. It was very laissez-faire. Not a lot of checking up on, doubling down on, probing. These things make a difference. And I think that these kids see that we are capable of those things. We are willing to do those things and are going to do them astutely. And this is why we get the results that we get, because we consciously approach these children, this family, our last name. We approach it consciously. Most parents would like for their children to do better than they have done. The problem is we neglect to share those mistakes that we've made in the past to keep them from repeating the cycle. Do we have to? Why do I have to? Do I got to sit down and tell my daughter that I caught a STD from a 304? Not me specifically, Brother Vaughn. I never had a STD, never been to jail, never did none of that. So again, how do I fit into this statement when I ain't got shit like that to tell my kids? This is the problem with the young people. They need to see your mistakes. You need to come up here every day and tell me what you did wrong. I ain't do shit wrong. How about that? I'm sitting here with the results because I consciously approached my life. My mother died when I was 9. I never knew my father. Any woman that came into my life was going to have to be valuable. So I wasn't just allowing any woman to come into my life. I'm not a slave to a big butt and a smile because BBD told me that was poison. So I can't sit here and tell you I fucked 1,000 bitches and got burnt 1,000 times and some bitches stole my money. They ain't do that to me. I ain't had no money to begin with, Von Bryant. The money I did have, I spent on polo clothes. I spent it on what I like. I spent it on me. Basketball, traveling, eating. I didn't do this just, chasing after, lusting after. Nah. Mrs. Harris approached me. I had no intention of finding a wife that night. I did not know the woman of my dreams was going to walk up to me that night. She just did. I was conscious enough to process it and say, you know what? This is an amazing woman. I'm not letting her go. And for 26 years, she's been proving that she's even more amazing every day. And that's why it's been 26 years. It ain't been 26 because we just wished it would be, or manifested it would be, or made God the primary focus on our. We didn't do none of that. Sean and Nikki and Sean, and then they made Nishanti, and then Leah, and then Madison. And that's how the family came about. So it was no, I got to give the mistakes that I made because, I don't eat swine. I don't wear cheap clothes. I don't go to cheap venues. I don't drive in cheap cars. I don't put my dick in cheap women either. So I'm sorry if I can't bring you my bad, troubled stories every day. And it's not like they only need one. They need a bunch of them. If me sitting here, Brian Bryant, and telling you that I sat with my wife while she went through a hysterectomy, had to have 2 surgeries in the summer, and I held it down over here. What? That's not a problem? That's a problem, sir. It was Sahara Desert over here. It was cook and clean and go to work and pay these bills and make sure the missus is all right. It was all of that.
So I don't know when you say, you know, you got to bring us the imperfect situations. Most situations in a relationship is imperfect. They want the doom and the gloom because misery loves company. But I wasn't miserable in my teenage life, in my early adult life, in my older life. It comes from the consciousness. I know every man ain't got it. That's why they up here crying. You already fucked a bunch of bitches. You made a bunch of bad decisions. You can't take that back. You can't unfuck people. It's no different for the boys than the girls. You can't unfuck the people that you fucked. It's already happened. You should have been more selective. Now they get mad because people say quality over quantity. Oh, y'all niggas say quality and like you didn't fuck a bunch of bitches back in the days. Yeah, I didn't. Don't be mad at me because I'm not you. And I don't need to learn from everybody's F-ups. Again, Dr. Huxtable, Dwayne Wayne, they showed me right. I learned from them. Moonlighting, remember Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd? Like, I learned from just tandems. I didn't need to see all the people's faux pas. The Muppet Show, those two grumpy old men sitting up there looking like me and Dr. Nakumbe right now. I knew you need another person to rock. The Odd Couple, Fred and Wilma, Barney and Betty, Ralph and Alice, Laverne and Shirley, Lenny and Squiggy, Mork and Mindy. The world is not meant to walk through by yourself. Don't gotta be your wife. But you gotta show that you know how to get along with others. It's been on our report card since 5th grade. And I don't see that y'all got S's in that. It was not satisfactory. A lot of y'all got need to improve. And it shows. Well, I digress. Dr. Nakumbe is with us.
Good afternoon, brother. How are you doing?
Doing good, sir. I'm doing good. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Greetings to those in the chat. Thank you for allowing me to share in this space with you. Blessings to you all. I'm over here cracking up at what you.
Give me what you got. Give me what you got, Doc. Take it any way you want to.
Yeah, can't unsex some of those holes, right, man? That's funny, but true. That father video you played, I think I grew up time where kids, a lot of guys would say the kids helped to change them. Like they became they took less risk. Like they learned the value of life. Like, well, their shorty helped them to calm down, focus, and they did want to genuinely give better to the kid than what they had.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the shift was, but it definitely, I've now witnessed a mentality of I'm not changing who I am for nobody, shorty or not. So from definitely have to get myself together, need to live longer, need to chill from some of my activities, to now he'll make it. In fact, what one man won't do, another man will. So he doesn't even need me. That's I guess that's the popular thing. Not for all men, but a good number of men. To answer your question, I've not noticed that drive to do better as far as a father, and even with fathers and daughters. I witnessed a time when the dad would do anything you do not, even like your homie, even like your best friend. There's some things you can't even say to him about his daughter. Just you don't go there. To then seeing men who are like pimping out their daughters, letting them be seen, kind of accidentally, conveniently by their friends, by others, and especially if you're in some type of addiction, and then using your daughter to help support that addiction. So it's in the good world, it'll be like that video.
Indeed. But yeah, like you alluded to, you know, such a contrast from the last video that I played, you know, from where I started out with Corey Holcomb. And, you know, the thing for me is, you know, how I see what Corey was articulating, the appreciation of what a father is, of, you know, something more than a financial wallet or a tall guy that can get something off the shelf. There's more to us than that. And if you're allowed to have your, you know, brain washed or your mind skewed or tainted to view us as something different, then our appreciation can decrease as your appreciation decrease. A lot of our children think, you know, you're not the father I wanted you to be. Ask me what type of child I thought I was going to have. So, you know, sometimes I think that we have to consider the realistic aspect of it, that we have to appreciate people every day, daughters, fathers, sons, mothers. That consciousness that we talk about, Doc, is why you know you're valuable to me, because I articulate it, I call you to check on you. And it's those things. They may seem small to some people, but for me, they're huge, because you didn't have to do that. You weren't necessarily thinking about me, but no, you were, because you went out of your way to reach out to me, say, yo, man, was just thinking about you. How's it going? Just want you to know, keep your head up, take a look at this video. Like, those things mean a lot. And I think it comes from your morals, your integrity, your moral compass, being raised in New York City, knowing that relationships take work and that you have to show a person that you care about them so that it could be reciprocated. And I thought all of these things came with the card-carrying adult club, but they don't, Doc.
Yeah. Thank you. I received your message. I received your package in the mail. For some reason, that's just dropped off. Grandparent or parent letting the grandparent letting the parent know that, hey, I got the grandkids gift. Just maybe the grandparents, because of timing, age, still do it. But then the current parent, like, oh, we were supposed to say thank you. We were supposed to say hi. Now, there are some family and friends who go for a long time without talking to each other, every wedding, funeral, reunion, and they take off from where they left off in the conversation. A lot of families like that. And then there are other families who, you know, they have to talk every single day. But as far as, I mean, those, you know, those friendships and family members, there's some type of understanding. It's like there's an understanding. That's just the way we roll. But when you're talking about cultivating, maintaining, feeding, nourish a relationship, common sense, there's some type of check-in, there's some type of conversation, there's some type of, hey, we're in a different season. There's some type of awareness. I know you don't do well in the winter. It's wintertime. What have you been up to? Oh, damn. Yeah, it is wintertime. That check-in process, I think, is valuable when it comes to associations, friendships, people that you want to be connected to, because one, it keeps you in the aware of what's going on with them. Two, it keeps them aware of what's going on with you. I like that awareness because you know people, but you don't always know people. And so I like to just constantly be aware of what's going on with them and also know that they're thought about. Last part I would say is, when you talked about oftentimes when I hear you talking about your relationship with the missus, y'all, from my ears, y'all sound like friends. I mean, like I hear core friendship. So like the laughs, the talks, the activities, and you do it as a married couple, but I hear what I would consider a foundation of trust, reliability, loyalty, honesty, and communication. And those things, like how Google and a bunch of things have just changed the definitions. You can change the verbiage and the definitions, but there's those things, they don't change. And when they do, and you don't have those, you don't have the trust, the loyalty. If the missus couldn't depend on you during that time, I mean, who knows what? I mean, the sacrifices, not just sex or what she can do or can't do, but knowing this month we won't have as much, we won't be able to do as much, but damn, that's secondary to our love, our companionship, our respect for each other, and our family. It's not just me, it's not just you, it's our family. We make the sacrifice. And those elements seem to just, I don't know if it's entitlement, just some fuckery, some people not learning, but all of those elements have seemed, a majority of those elements have seemed to change, gone out the window. That's my take on it.
Nah, I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. Doc, I played a clip with Cameron. Did you see that clip?
Which one was Cam? I've been paying attention, but
it's going to be hard to get over on a nigga like us. It's not going to be here. It's not going to be that simple. And you could be genuine. I tell a lot of people this all the time. When I meet you, you're down 30. You may have done nothing wrong to me. You have to work your way to zero for me to even put you above zero. You are a negative 30 when I meet you. I don't trust you. I don't believe you. I don't think what you're saying is true. And it may all be true, but you have to work to gain my trust from down 30 to get to zero, to get back up to maybe 100 one day.
What you think about that sentiment, Doc?
Yeah, actually I did hear it, but I was playing. So your missus has a clip out, and that jam in the back. I actually had the instrumental of that playing while you just played that clip. People don't know me, or people don't know. I've been grooving to it. Anyways, been playing in the background. Trust. Interesting, because I have a book on trust. It is just a little book, but about trust. I say trust comes in degrees. And trust is not like, trust is what you see, proof and evidence. Proof and evidence. So if the story that I tell is, if teenager, hey, mom, dad, can I go to Sean's house? I'll be home by 9. Sure. Come home 9:05. I broke an agreement and I didn't come home at 9. Cool. Next time, same question, same friend. I come home 9:15. Broke the agreement. Cool. Third time after we've talked about it, I promise I'll call. I'll promise by 9. I even do one better at 8:30. I call to say I'm going to be late. Cool. Thank you that you called. But now we're at a pattern of you still coming home late. So when the parent now on the 4th or 5th time says, we're not sure, and that teenager says, dang, you act like you don't trust me. I say, no, don't say you don't trust them. Tell them you do trust them. We trust that you won't be home at 9 o'clock. Your pattern of behavior has shown us what we can and cannot trust. And once you blow that, a lot of people say, oh, you have to re-earn the trust and re-earn the trust. I say, if you trust their behavior and watch their patterns, you'll know what to trust. So for me, there aren't resets. I work to learn the behavior, and part of that is because I do it as a job, but I watch the behavior, and that's what I learn to trust, what I see, what I hear, what I observe. And so if a person lies to me, everyone lies. Then I'd have to be strategic in what opportunities I gave for you to lie to me, hurt me, blah, 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 blah. And I guess I just kind of have that warped thinking, but I know everyone in the world has some angle on something. So I watch how they move, and then I'm selective in how close I get. I'm selective in how but once they intentionally do something, like my best friend, Anthony Tunstall, he and I got into a big fight decades ago. It was a misunderstanding because of my vagueness. He believed that I always believed one way, But see, my vagueness is what caught up. So I didn't articulate. I wasn't clear, and people were like, "Well, he's your boy. He should know." But I've always been kind of like the Batman, living in the shadows. So he thought he was doing the best thing when he went up to my daughter's school to pick her up for me. But I'm ape, like, and we had that pact where if anything happens to me, he helps take care of my kids. If anything happens to him, I help take care of his kids. But nothing had happened to me. So what were you doing up at the school? But again, it was a misunderstanding as far as that day. He knew I was busy. He was doing me a favor, but I guess that kind of secrecy stuff, it just threw me off. And my whole point is, that's when I start questioning, like, "Ooh, can I trust this person?" But I had to check myself to recognize that was that an issue of trust or really about fear, insecurity, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, long story, and my apologies, but I say, look at what trust means to you. Understand what trust means to other people that you associate with, that you're connected to, so you have a basic understanding. This is what I consider to be trust. A month ago or so, on your show, you were talking about how the people drop in the Mrs. DMs and like, ha, 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 and I'll come and I'll be out there and I'll see and I'll cash app you. But when you say I'm one part of the tribe, right? I'm one of the SEDs. But it's funny how you're left out in some of those conversations. Funny how you're left out in some of those givings. They seem to show up. So I say, well, what is trust? What is trust? I trust the missus. I'm not worried. That fool, that person, that idiot, that whatever you want to, they'll get worked out the situation. But they should know right at the beginning, those are the type of things that I don't appreciate, but I'll give you the space to do as you will. I'll give you the space to hang yourself or whatever you want to call it. And that's when you burned your trust. When I say you've burned your trust, you can't say because I was in my feelings, I didn't understand. No, it was all your actions. And you knew you were on some bullshit from the beginning. So that was a long answer. Sorry about that, but I hope it makes sense.
You're fine. It's your time now, man. I'm glad I got you up here. You give us another perspective on these, little instances, and different from mine is definitely, more palatable to the masses. What do you think about this one?
What the father was able to do was, through his teachings, he was able to bring out the mathematics and I think one of the most important lessons, which is called the 12 jewels. And those are knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and happiness. So a man must first get knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Once you got that, then you could go for your freedom. But freedom must operate under a law of justice. I'm free to smack you in the face, right? But now justice comes in. That's the reward or penalty for my acts or deeds. So that keeps everybody at equality. Because what? All men are created equal until you do something to break that equilibrium. And once you establish that, then what do a man need to strive for? His food. Of course, food for thought and physical food. His clothing. Of course, clothing for clothing, but a cloak of righteousness as well. And his shelter. A shelter to live in and a shelter to protect itself from negative things in his atmosphere. And once you got that, what's left? Love. But what's love without peace? And what's love?
I'm gonna ask you what you think about the clip first, and then I'm gonna dive a little deeper for you, Doc. But what do you think about that clip?
Mm-hmm. I like it. Respect it. A couple of things I would add to it, because I believe there are man-made laws and natural laws, or man-made consequences and natural consequences. So some of that, pending how you subscribe to it, I can slap you in the face, but there are consequences. There are the justice and laws. There's the man-made law that says that's assault. There's a natural consequence where a person may respond to that with violence. There might be some agreements. There might be some agreements that voids out both of those. So when I was 350 and having Nintendo and Madden competitions, we go to your home, that's your stadium. So whoever's team we go to,
absolutely,
for whatever reason, every time people come to my place, I have pizza. And during I need to break away from this pizza. I'm asking you, slap the pizza out my hand, and my friend wait, like they had time to do it when I was, they had plenty of time. They wait till I got into my pow. Oh, now I said you had time, and they said, and you didn't have to order. Damn.
Wow.
So my point is, I definitely respect everything you had to say. I believe it. I subscribe to it. I would just add, consider what respect means, what some of those natural versus man-made, and agreements.
No doubt. No doubt. Shout out to Lady Navoa on the check-in. Hey, love, hope you're doing well. She says she had a long day today, but she is checking in. We appreciate you. Inye is in the building. Hey, Inye, hope you're doing good. And that clip, he said all men are created equal, Doc. And with that equality, the equilibrium can be broken. And there's a search for food, clothing, and shelter, not just clothing, physical clothing, but a cloak of righteousness. I put those two things, I picked those two things out because the equilibrium, when we all as people, are expected to a degree to have a certain moral compass, bring our families up in a certain functional style to a degree. And that equilibrium is broken. You got, broken families, you got kids in the street acting crazy, you got mothers in the street acting crazy, daddies in the street acting crazy. That equilibrium is broken. And when the righteous people say, maybe it's not a good idea, maybe that's putting a bad light on the people that are trying to live admirable, is that legitimate? Is it unnecessary or something different?
I want to say something different, because when you were talking earlier, it depends. People put interpretations on it, and that's what starts to make it muddy. So I would say it depends on the interpretation, but it doesn't depend on equalism. Like, we're equal in certain things, certain beliefs. We're built like, unless you're born with only one arm, but right. In most cases we're built the same, or whatever God-given rights, blah 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 blah. But what we do with that is it starts to distort and create some different consequences, behaviors, whatever, where we should be equal. But what ends up happening? The shit you're subscribing to, we're not equal. You've actually separated, and so we're not equal anymore in that way. Still human body, whatever. But I say we're not equal anymore.
Okay. Great point. I pointed that video out because, again, I just wanted to give some background to what we in the nation, 5%, whatever you allude or equate them to, the foundation that they have to start from. And, again, those 12 jewels for men and women have 7 units to understand. These things are what we come together on. This is the foundation. We both have, a box to stand on. We're not standing on a house of cards. And some of these things are going to be compromised and worked out, but it's good to see when a woman comes to you with a certain compass and a man sits down in front of you with a certain compass. Then we can kind of build from there. So, that was the men's 12 jewels. The women have 7 units, Doc. Take a look at this.
Muslim girls training in general civilization class that was established by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and now headed by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. These training units, how to keep house, how to rear their children, how to take care of their husbands, sew, cook, and in general, how to act at home and abroad are the foundation of a civilized society. They form the basis of every civilization. And to the degree the woman can execute and master these training units will determine the degree of civilization, the level of civilization. This is.
What do you think about that clip, Doc?
I love it. I mean, those are those principles and pillars that I think people should grow on and learn from. You know, that's just is speaking to it, most likely teaching it, providing opportunity for people to learn how to do it. I think we need more of that. That's what's up.
I wouldn't disagree. The most operative thing, what stood out to me, is knowing how to behave, you know, a home and outside of the home is very important for all of us, men and women alike. Again, you know, I may be looked at as a physical protector, but the women protect me way more than I protect them, with their demeanor, with their ladylike qualities, with, you know, their behavior, with the way they approach instances. And, you know, another point that I made, Doc, is all of the blue wrenches in my chat, most of the moderation in my chat are my sisters. These women are like lions. They are lionesses. They protect the pride with their behavior, with their demeanor, with the way they received out here in these streets. These are even YouTube streets, but I don't see nobody calling them out their name, disrespecting these ladies. These ladies are well received and respected in the circles they go in. It's people who don't agree with what they say, but these are who, you know, I want keeping the gates for me. People like you, people like Quiet Storm, like you guys make the difference, because again, it's organic. This is not for clicks and views. This is what happens, whether it's over conversation over an internet video or a conversation over something we could be doing different to help ourselves in the conscious realm. It's all of these things. And I think that we got to get out our own way. We got to humble ourselves to say, brother, I admire what you're doing. I admire you. And I want to, you know, get some of that knowledge. I want to get some of that personality. I want to just grab a hold of some of that wisdom that we have as men, as brothers, as fathers, as so on and so forth. And I think that's where, you know, the communication really breaks down, and we don't give it a chance to build itself up to something, to the level of camaraderie. I don't know if we're scared. I don't know if we just not used to it, if we don't want to, you know, accept it into our worlds, but it's something that's stopping us from connecting as brothers. What do you think about my little soapbox I was on?
I agree with everything you said. I found no errors, no lies in what you said. Not even lies, but perfect what you said. Ego, 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 ego. Let go of my ego gets in the way from us staying connected, bonded, connecting. I consider people to have their own version, for people to have their own version of United Nations. So, you know, you and I, so perpendicular. So you and I stand side to side on a similar mission. I think our women stand in front of us. They can see, you know, you have this scar up here. Here, fix your tie. Now, again, we're faced side by side, moving forward. Our women are in front of us. The sisters who protect you, they're there. That, you know, hey, did you know? This is what I saw. I observed. And the people who you have in your circle, I told you before, I visit Red Lipstick Vibes shows every once in a while. Panel full of, they're the women's show that I see, and there's also the panels with the men. Never once do I hear them pushing, you know, how hot and sexy and all that, and what if questions, and what if we, and I don't hear the nonsense. Mrs. She said her shows, I don't hear the nonsense. Take heed to the message. She's giving heat. Now you get some people to respond, you know, agonizing and talking shit, but they're not genuinely disrespecting her and coming at her that kind of any kind of way. any kind of way. So I think in your arena, the ones who, the hyenas, you know when you're not welcome. I mean, there's not even really an entry point. I think the hyenas who want to take a chance, they already know, take a risk if you would like. And so, again, facing forward, diagonal, our protectors, see where we're injured, hurt, lifting, uplifting, but then know how to step aside so you can be the man that you are. And what you're going to do ends up serving your community wide, me and my community. We could do it totally differently, but we show up for the same agenda. We show up for the same mission. We know at the end of the day is beyond us. Now, what your United Nations looks like, you can have a friend in the wheelchair. We're going to war. Now, what the hell what are you here for? Hey man, I come to do my part, and under the they got like, oh, all right, well, hey man, if you fall but boom, we're in this together. And that's crazy. We don't have to look the same, we don't have to sound the same, but we're not adding the pieces that are damaging. We can give smoke, like in my make believe here. Now, just what the hell? I'm talking crazy, but that person knows. Don't worry about me. You see how long your two legs works for you. In fact, when I run up past you or something, don't say nothing. But because we know we're on the same mission, and I'm not trying to hurt them, boom, we can have that. We can have that smoke for each other. But we know at the end of the day, same mission.
That's right. Shout out to our fellas in the chairs too. We're going at them, all of us. That's right. Yeah, well, that's what I had, Doc, man. I just wanted to do some activity watch. It was some activity going on the Facebook group page. I just wanted to get some eyes on it and have you guys see as well. And I went over a couple of things, went through a couple of flashbacks, and like I said, I've been waving this flag for many years. I've been praising and, promoting consciousness in regards to parenting, in regards to friendships and relationships for many years, because I do believe that consciousness, the deliberate attempt, the deliberate delivery of affection, of love, of care is something that people, not only need, but they deserve it. Especially if you have become friends, if you are romantically involved, if they are aspiring to be, I think they deserve that consideration, that humbleness for us to get out our own way, let them know that they are, special to us, and show them that. I come from a grandma. My grandmother was very proud, Dr. Nakumbe, in saying she never visited anyone's home. She never, she never left the house. And I thought it was, wild that you have children, they went off and had families, and you want to go and visit them and see the matriculation, to see the development, to see how they're curating their home. And, it was always unique that she was proud of not visiting, not, leaving her surroundings to go and make sure that her little cubs, were bringing up their pride correctly. So I made it a duty, of mine to always show the people that come into my life, especially the ones that don't share blood with me, don't share family bond and, that allegiance, to show them that they are appreciated, that, I'm happy, I'm worthy, I am proud to say I'm your friend, to say I'm your, comrade. It's not something that we as Black men have to hang our hat on. And I just really, see so many relationships from men that can be more fruitful, and some that fell by the wayside because of, like you said, ego, not reaching out, not checking up on, and, to see those type of relationships fall by the wayside is kind of heartbreaking for me. What do you think, sir?
Mm-hmm. 1,000,000,000% agree. Some people don't know how to overcome pain. They don't know how to deal with hurt. They might disappear unnecessarily, so prematurely disappear. because they didn't understand they didn't understand why they received that feeling or even what to do with it. And some people just need time to process. It doesn't mean I'm mad at you and I'm done with you. It just means I need time to process. But some people don't know how, or they kind of knew, but maybe they didn't know they were on some bullshit that doesn't vibe. But that doesn't mean I lost the friendship, but out of guilt, ego, and disconnect. You know, sometimes there's a disconnect. Back to my kind of United Nations war thing. So when I'm over here talking about what are you doing in the wheelchair, I'm looking at this heavy set person talking about, oh, now, you know, we're about to run down this field. Are you going to make it? Because they'll take a few steps and be out of breath, but they'll be the same ones turning around, fighting what's behind us. They may not be able to keep up with. So if I get in my feelings, now where his big ass, see, always leaving, can't even keep up. But that wasn't me saying I don't like you. That in that moment, that's just me talking shit about, and I'm saying insulting things, but that's how we roll. Like that's what we're about, or we're able to overcome that. But let's just say in this analogy story I'm making up, that heavyweight person felt proud to be able to run really fast for about 10 and then start walking, but then be able to turn around and protect us from the backside. And then when they hear, "With your fat ass," and they take it so personal because they were proud of protecting our backside, but then all of a sudden they hear the name calling or whatever, and they fade out. And those are the ones that I say need to learn, like how to manage emotions, what it is to be a real man. Like a real man did you call or did you even? Well, I figured you called me fat and I didn't hear from you. So I think we miss out on opportunities because we either haven't learned how to do it, who's modeled that for us, who's taught us how to do it, or we just haven't had the courage to do it. Like we've seen it, learned it, but we don't have the courage to do it. So I say there's some man up stuff that we have to work on. Or people are reckless. Using that same analogy, we're at war. The men are moving forward on a mission right now, at war with technology and the allowance of all this stuff the kids can view. So we're on a war together. But my style, I'm swinging these sticks and fucked up and hit one of my, hey man, and it's like I'm reckless, not with intent to hurt. But then that's when I have to recognize when my other brother says, "Hey man, calm the fuck down. You swinging this shit, you're knocking us all out." So my ability to recognize that I'm not always right, I'm not the strongest and the toughest, and to know my role, how I fit in. And those conversations, do we have enough of those conversations? Sometimes I have to catch myself. I get eager and excited to want to help and do, and I have to, whoa. You're doing too much. You may offer, but slow down. And learning social cues and learning different things, or asking questions. Hey, what do you think about? So I think the art of asking and learning and communicating has faded so much, has been diluted. We've shortened our words. People don't even say hi to each other anymore. You can walk right past people. They don't say hi. There's no goodbye when you hang up. I would have listened. Oh, okay, bye. So communication has changed so much, and I think it's been diluted so much that the conversations, the questions that should be asked, or the follow-up, or even having integrity has been diluted, that it ends up interfering in a lot of opportunities to maintain really good friendship.
Well said, sir. Well said. And last but by no means least, Doc, what do you think of this statement you see at the bottom of your screen? Love yourself, black man. What would you say to that statement, sir?
Yes. One challenge. Spot on. Almost what I was just talking about. Some people don't know how to love themselves. So I see that statement as an encouragement, as a reminder, as a statement, a much needed statement with an exclamation point. It's you against the world. And when the world is not at your side, you got to have that internal ability. We do a lot of stuff for external gain. You know, I do it for my family. I do it for my woman. I do it for my friends. I do it for the bank. I do it for the bag. I do it for. But how are you doing it for yourself? And then what is love? I'm gonna fall back to what you and the missus say always. Always. What are your standards? You have to have some standards. Now, even though I've always talked about standards as well for a long time, but I talk about comparing standards. Like, I want to be like. So are those your standards or someone else's? Because if they change, do you change with them? Do you have your own standards, and do you know what it is to love? Most people learn love the same way they learn their name. Hey, I love you. Is it you? I love you. I love you. And one day they said in return, I love you too. And that's all we've been saying to each other. That's been the version of love. And then society says, men, it's kind of fruity to say I love you to another man. So if you believe in that, I have no problem telling you I love you. It's like, hey, I love you, man. And what does love mean to me? I feel respected by you. I feel appreciated by you. I definitely respect and appreciate you and the missus and your family. And for me, I even say I have relationship goals. Like, God damn, I don't know if I'm gonna make it 26 years. I'm gonna never catch that motherfucker. Right? But it's seeing what you're about and knowing that that's my version of love. That you can have disagreements. That's my version of love. Loyalty, commitment. That's what qualifies. And that's because I also subscribe to it for myself. So I think in order to have that self-love, you have to identify what love is to you and what love is not. And I'll be fair, because people say, oh, you can't love others if you don't love yourself first. Some people are like a plant. Most plants require sunlight, so that's outside themselves. And they require water, and that's outside themselves. And when they receive that, they blossom. So if you go off that model, then it can be outside of myself that helps me reach the point to where I feel the love that I need, so then I can actually be myself and give back to others. So I do believe you have to love yourself first, but I also believe that some people really, really, really require, but once you get that, once you get the light you need, once you get the water you need, then it's on you. That love, you have what you needed. You had the ingredients. You either have the spiritual connection, you have the relationship, or you have nothing. But now it's all internal, and use that love to be a much better person. You'll see life differently. You'll be able to manage bullshit and different things, your family, your connections, work. You'll be able to manage people talking to you sideways. What can they possibly say to you that's going to hurt? Because that love you have for yourself serves as a shield. What can they possibly say to you that, or do to you? Pain, ouch. But what can they do to you that actually hurts you more than what you've already done to yourself? More than what you've already done to yourself. Again, physical pain, sure. But you have that shield of love. And black men, we already know we have to work hard. What one person only needs to do once to receive whatever, we have to do 2, 3, 4, 5 times to receive. And that's not the old black women have it worse. I'm just saying reality is a lot of things up there we have to put in the work, and we can't sit down and relax. We have to maintain sustain what we do about.
Appreciate you, Doc. Your mic was going in and out toward the end of what you were saying, but I believe we got it. Blaze checked in. He said, I think ego and the constant need to always be right continues to widen the gap. Like even on YouTube panels, everyone takes everything personally and a fight ensues and we're left with no way forward. So sorry. It gets happen like that and it stops a lot of conversations. B9 is in the building, my brother. Hope all is well, man. Hope you have some time to check out the replay. Doc, I appreciate your wisdom, your insight, taking your time to chill out with me. And you guys know I don't like to just sit up here and you know, spew on my soapbox. I like to leave you with something that's going to have you thinking. So until next week. And my wife is about to feed me. So y'all have a good night.
Boys don't eat that.
Why?
Boys don't eat. I don't eat noodles. I'm a grown man.
Too much, you might. 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 Too much, too many crabs in a barrel, but I'd rather hang around family and battle. It's too much, too many dripping in sauce, and I ain't hating on nobody, they can get lost. It's too much, trying to help a nigga out, the only thing they care about is internet cloud. It's too much, niggas sounding like each other and they all dead wrong, they don't even get along. Too much, you might. 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 Too much.